Hello, and welcome to the third installment of Circus, a journey through the body and mind. For this video, we will be using Strawberry Blonde by Mitski to portray a character who's falling in love for the first time. So for this routine, we really want to be emphasizing that youthful happiness and joy that can come from feeling the exhilarating rush of a first love. This is going to be our trapeze routine. And without further ado, we're going to do a basic run over of the order of the moves, and then I'll go into more detail about how they can be done. So, we're starting with a skip and clap onto our stage little area. And with that, we are going to grab the bar sideways and do our side spin mount. From there, we'll do our candlestick to down angel, then sitting onto the bar, doing our mermaid with arabesque, and then you can even do a split off the arabesque if you so wish. And then we will get back to sitting, then to standing, prepare our back arch, open to air split, then do our forward rope lean, to our back rope lean, to dragonfly, outside lion as a transition, to half mill circle with a split and fang under the bar, and then lowering off the trapeze, landing in a pigeon position. Now, that might sound a little bit rushed, but it's okay. All right? We're going to go through it. We're going to go slowly through it, and we're going to see just what kind of character and what kind of routine we can make. So, now combining the basic moves and the youthful vibe of the song that we're using, when we're clapping and skipping, really, with most performances, you want that smile, but this one really needs, like, eye to eye, ear to ear, whatever you want to call it, because we really want to portray that this is the happiest we've ever been. We know no sadness in this moment, guys. And so we're clapping and we're skipping on, and then we're getting onto the trapeze, and as we enter onto the trapeze, we really just want to show the audience, or whoever you're performing this to, maybe even the camera, for instance, that we're just wrapped up in our own world. We're not thinking about anything else. We're just wrapped up in the love that we feel for this person. So, we're getting on, and we are doing our side mount, so that way we can immediately enter into our candlestick. And as you can see in this, in the performance of me doing this later on, I'm using my hands and moving them outward. And the way that I'm doing this is like, oh my God, I have all of this love for you, right? And that's the thing with any of these moves that you want to portray for this sequence, is that you really just want to use your body and these moves to express with the music that you are just full of joy and happiness with this person. And so from our candlestick, we can go to our down angel, and use our down angel as a moment of transition, and use the spin to give us momentum to grab onto the ropes and get to sitting. For our mermaid with arabesque, a lot of times you just grip the rope normally. However, you might notice that I do something a little bit different here. I do a flamenco wrap around the rope to grab. This personally makes me feel more secure. However, it is in no way the proper method of doing this move. It just makes me feel safer when I'm doing the move. And so with the mermaid, you really want to make sure you are rotating your hips into the rope, right? Because you have your body on one side of the trapeze, and you're grabbing on with that rope with both of your hands. You're hugging that rope, and you're turning your hips outwards, and you're looking over that shoulder that you're turning over, right? And that's your basic mermaid movement. And when you feel comfortable there, that's when you can let go with that bottom hand, and that's when you can take your top leg down for arabesque. And now, earlier you heard me mention a split, and that's when you can use your free hand to grab that free foot and just deepen the split movement that you have from your arabesque. You just want to take your leg back on and grab back onto the ropes to get back to sitting. For standing, it's your usual trapeze standing method. If you're standing on the knot, if you're standing on the lyra, if you're standing on the hammock, it is the same procedure. With our standing, we'll be doing our back arch, hands at shoulder height, leaning back. We want to keep our hips up and our heads tilting back, and we're going to do a passe with our foot, so toe to knee. Then this is where we're going to wait for a little bit, and once we hear the cue of, I believe it is smile or give you a grin. I have it written. The cue being I give you a grin, you're going to lower and open into your air split, right? Because we're here in our back arch, so we can straighten our arms and lower our hips and open the foot that was passeing. I apologize to the ballerinas if that is not an actual word. I'm so sorry. But I digress. Then we'll lower into our air split, and we're going to hold that for a little bit. You can see I even do a little bit of a single stag, just a little kick to be a little bit of, an extra little bounce of energy. And then we're getting back to standing, and we're going to start with our forward rope lean. Our feet are going to become parallel with the bar, and my back foot specifically is going to be like a high heel going into the elbow of the trapeze as I lean forward into the rope. And I want that rope center of my chest. I'm basically doing a runner's lunge into the ropes, basically. That's how I would describe it. And so, moving forward, we're going to hold that. We're going to use our hands, continuously expressing this joy and being like, oh my God, I'm so happy, right? And with that, we're going to lean back into our rope lean. However, you'll notice in the performance of this routine that I did, I'm not doing your usual back rope lean where you have your hand over your head grabbing onto the ropes. Instead, I have my hand going back and I'm putting the rope specifically into my armpit a little bit. And with that, I can do my back rope lean and wave my other arm as I lower myself to squat onto the bar, and then I can use that other hand to grab on the bar and then open to my dragonfly. And that's why I have the rope in my armpit rather than just having the hand overhead. With that, we'll use our outside lion to transition to our mill circle. And basically, that's just taking your outside leg and hooking it over onto the bar. You can then readjust your body, put your hands on the bar, palms facing forward for a forward drop half mill circle. Make sure that front knee is bent. It's really imperative to make sure that you don't fall and hurt yourself with that move. Then we'll do the opening to our split under the bar. Remember to keep an arched back when you're in that position. It will help with balance. And then also taking our legs to the side for a fang. And then coming down, we want to land in our pigeon. Just the leg in the front bent, leg in the back straight. I believe we went over this in our stretching video. And then with that, that's the end of the routine. I even end my hands like this when I'm done landing with my pigeon. And the reason why this works is because I do have my trapeze low enough to the ground in order for me to just sit down onto the ground. With that, I hope you enjoy the full performance. And I hope that you can find some joy in applying some of these methods into your own routines. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.
I love everybody.